Hello friends, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and today I'm glad that you've joined me on my YouTube channel, and I hope you'll consider subscribing when the red arrow shows up at the bottom right hand corner of your screen. So today I've decided to focus on mini slimline cards, and I'm using the all-to-new Whimsical Flower coloring sheets along with the new artist marker. So again, the Island Garden, and I'm also using a few from the Space Garden set. So here is that set of papers and the alcohol markers, and these are the two sheets that I chose to color. So again, I'm making 3 slimline cards. I'll be cutting that one in half, the full sheet one. So again, here I am just kind of coloring in using those bright alcohol markers. The Island Garden set has beautiful corals, blues, and greens in a range of colors. And then I pulled the yellow from the Space Garden set. You always need yellow with flowers, don't you? So again, I'm just coloring in here. And you can see that I'm almost done coloring the image. So the next thing I ended up doing was cutting a mask using the nesting mini slimline labels. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. And I'm going to lay that here on top so that I have the Believe exposed. And then what I'm doing is I'm ink blending on top of it with a light blue ink. So again, I'm just filling in that space here so that I have what appears to be a label, a blue label on the front of the card. Still just coloring here a little bit. And I'll remove my mask. And so the next thing I did was I pulled the actual slimline die. This is the smallest die in the set. And so I've laid it and matched it up here with the outside edge of the coloring here. So again, you can see here I'm trying to make sure that I get it just right. And I'm using this yellow tape, yellow duct tape. And then I pulled a Micron pen. And what I'm doing is I'm outlining the inside of that die to give the label an outline. I did run into a couple of little, I don't know, pokey type things. I don't know what else to call them on the inside of that label. So I ended up, when I removed the actual die, I decided I probably needed to go back and color in a little bit to fill in so that it was more smooth. It's that's right there is where the, the little break was. So again, I'm just kind of adding additional outlines there to kind of fill it in. And then I trimmed it down to be mini slimline size. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach that on the front of a mini slimline card base. But I do need some, here we go, yeah, right there. That one's completely done. It's attached on a mini slimline. So now I'll start coloring the other front. This one is it's a centered piece, and so I can cut it in half. And I think it'll turn out quite well. So again, just kind of starting to color with some of the different colors. Using my alcohol markers, and again, I'm using the pointed part on here. It has both a point and a broader tip. So again, I'm filling in some of the green leaves here. Working on getting those all done. Keep filling in all the colors here. I like all these bright colors. I'm a bright color girl. So there we are. I'm finishing just coloring in the coral petals on that. And then I'll have to make a decision as to which way I'm going to cut it. So that's kind of the next thing I need to think about. So I'm kind of looking at it here, trying to figure out, okay, where can I cut it that'll make it look good. So I'm kind of figuring out where the center is. So again, I'm just kind of playing with a scrap piece of paper here, just trying to, okay, if I cut it here, this is what I'm left with. So again, once I've made my decision, I pulled out my tonic trimmer and I'm just going to go ahead and slice it in half. So now I have two colored pieces for my last two cards. So again, this one, as you can see, is a little bit short. So what I ended up doing, I trimmed the edges just a little bit to allow a slight border there. And then I'm going to add a piece of blue cardstock. So there's my blue that I thought matched the color of the alcohol inks pretty well. So I've got that and I'm attaching that. Then we'll go ahead and add that floral piece. And again, I chose to do it at the top. And this is going to be a landscape-oriented card as opposed to a portrait. So the next thing I'm doing is I pulled the word thanks from the inside and outside sentiment set from Altenew. This is one of my new favorites. So again, I did the thanks with the black pigment ink, and then I'm going to go ahead and heat emboss it. Pouring my powder back in the jar. So the next thing I'm working on is that last mini slimline card. So again, I'm working on the hello, which goes on the front of it. And this is from the Essential Sentiment die set, which I like, and I use that one quite a bit. So this is that last card, and what I did was pop this piece up with a piece of white foam tape. So here are my three cards. Here's the believe. Here is the thanks. And then here is the other half of that. And again, you can kind of see how that goes together. And so I've made 3 mini slimline cards today. So again, here's the picture of the cards. And again, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox. And again, I hope that you will take a moment to subscribe. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Blogger, and YouTube. I'd love to have you follow and or subscribe. Have a great day.